the money, yes sir, two for the show. A couple of years ago, on head, and the low. What's the starter? Something good. Well, me and my nigga rode the martyr through the hood, just trying to find that hook up. Now every day we looked up at the ceiling, watching ceiling fans go round, trying to catch that feeling of instrumental. Had my pencil and plus my paper. We caught the 86 block on your head to decay.
So this is my brightening face makeup tutorial. If you want to learn how to get this look, then please keep watching. I'm going to be using a primer first, and my favourite primer at this moment in time is the Rimmel London Stay Matte Primer, and my face products just last a lot longer in general, and it just helps with the application of your foundations, and especially if you have dry skin, I find this helps with the powder. So all I'm going to do is just take a small pea-sized amount of that. That's probably a bit bigger than that. So anyway, this primer, I usually put it symmetrically, I think, like in a line down my face. But as you can see, it's white and it does go clear. This primer, I would say you could possibly use just on its own, but personally, like, I'm either full makeup or no makeup. So you just want to make sure that that is rubbed into your skin quite seamlessly. Again, it dries clear so you can't really see it all. So what I'm going to do is start with my eyebrows. My new face makeup routine, I always start with my eyebrows because you can get some fallout from your eyebrow powder and stuff, so it's just easier doing this and then going in with your foundation. But again, it is just absolutely, completely, entirely up to you. Okay, so I'm just gonna get like one thing out there because this is it's been bugging me for like a while now, and I really just wanted to say something, but I thought that if I just introduce it into my makeup video, then basically what it is, like, I understand that I'm blonde, and I also understand that I am naturally dark, which basically means that I'm naturally gonna have dark eyebrows. Now the thing is, just because I'm blonde doesn't mean that I necessarily have to dye my eyebrows. It may make everything look better, but I like my eyebrows the way they are. I like the way they're drawn on. Like, this is how I do my makeup. And I just feel that some people like need to accept that, but if they don't want to accept that, then like feel free to go and watch someone that does have those qualities if you like. I hate ranting. I don't mean to be moody. I'm starting my video off on a moody note. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a dark brown eye pencil, and all I'm going to do is basically underline under my brow. I did actually forget to mention that I actually use a spoolie. It's something that looks like this, and this is just from a number 7 pencil, and all I'm going to do is like brush the hair upwards. It just helps your natural shape to just come through. They just look so much more neater, I guess. Basically all I'm going to do is this front section here, like, is the darkest part. I'm just going to brush this upwards because this bit tends to fall down quite a lot. And then with this bit here, I'm going to be brushing upwards but kind of swerved like that, if you like. Okay, so then I'm going to go in with my pencil, and all I'm going to do is slightly underline my eyebrows, if you like. So then what I'm going to do is get this line and just join it with the rest of my brow. Now don't worry if they look too full on, I'm going to be using concealer later to define them a bit more and clean up, but I am just getting the main bulk of this in. And then what I'm going to do is when I get to here, I'm just going to fill that little bit in. So with a small angled brush and your brow powder, I just use the Avon brow powder because it has some wax here and also the powder. Generally like this. I'm not actually going to be using any of the powder at first. I'm just going to be using this brush to kind of feather all of that colour in. When you get to kind of like this front area here, I'm just going to be switching the brush and kind of dragging it downwards and out. with a concealer of your choice or a foundation of your choice, whatever works for you. I'm just going to take this synthetic flat brush with just a concealer. I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Corrective concealer in the yellow shade, because I don't know why, but it just gets rid of like any redness underneath, and it really does brighten up your eyes, and of course that's the look we're going to be going for, so why not? So I'm going to focus this concealer primarily in the brow bone. Okay, so I'm not too sure that was focused, I don't think it was. But basically I'm just going to be going in with the e.l.f. concealer in the shade of yellow and focusing this primarily on the brow bone, because it's going to highlight our face. And what I'm going to do is just drag this down slightly, because I did put more than I planned. And all I'm going to do is just gently like brush this concealer underneath, and then in a straight line I'm just going to be doing the exact same with underneath the inner part of our eyebrow, if that makes sense. Now when you get to the tail, all I do is push a bit harder on the brush, and I'm just going to carve out any imperfections that I have with my eyebrows. Some may actually debate that there are quite a few. Then all I'm going to do, push down again and drag it out, and what you should get is tail becoming a lot thinner and a lot more precise and defined. So then I go on to my foundation, and a foundation that I have absolutely, genuinely fallen in love with is the Maybelline Dream Satin liquid. Covers everything I need it to, it looks seamless, and it's a perfect colour match. So what I'll use for my foundation is I kind of mix up my foundation brushes, but I will most of the time just use a flat top kabuki brush like this. Yeah, I think it just pushes the product in just exceptional. And I think that was way too much. I probably shouldn't have put that much. What I will do is I'll just put this around my face. Of course, just make... What the fuck is that noise outside? But just, like, if you have done your eyebrows first, then just be aware that you have drawn your eyebrows on and you don't want to go over them. So what I'll do is I'll just start on one side of my face, and I'll push this product in ever so gently. I had to tie my hair out because, like, having my hair down when I do my makeup, like, really bugs me lately. I don't know why. But anyway, as I was saying, all I do is just push this product into my skin. On my problematic areas, like my areas are on my chin and the top of my forehead. Usually I will pat it in because it just gives you that extra bit of coverage. What I'll do is I'll take a lighter brush, and this is just a powder foundation brush from Primark or Pennies or Primark. It's Primark where I'm from. And then what I'll do is just whip that in very lightly, but just to ensure that you get this even coverage. Next favourite product, which I will be forever using, the Maybelline Instant Anti-Age, the Eraser Eye Perfect and Cover Conceal. And basically what it has is a spongy foamy top like this, and I do believe all you do is just like click it and the product will come through. So what I'll do is I'll just put this under my eyes like so, and mine's in the shade of Light, I do believe. I honestly love this concealer. It doesn't crease. It gives you just this insanely gorgeous, like, flawless coverage. I'll go over my eyes because I like having neutral eyes for this. In with the brush that I used earlier and just gently buff this in. In To do so, I'm just going to be going in with my MAC Studio Fix powder in the shade of NC20. So what I'm going to do to apply this is I'm going to be using this Real Techniques blush brush. Really like this, it's domed and it's tapered just to fit perfectly on your cheek, but I also like it for just doing my powder. Then just feather that over, because we want to set our makeup, we want it to last for quite a while, as long as possible. This is great. I mean, this makeup look is just like perfect for someone who has like a good 9-to-5 job, something that involves you getting up early. What I'm going to go and do is my contouring. I absolutely love contouring. My favorite contour powder to do with this with is the MUA press powder. So basically this is a control powder brush from the Essence of Beauty, and this is just absolutely stunning. I use the side of this brush to kind of sweep this down to kind of bring out those cheekbones just a bit more. So I'll just use the foundation brush just to go over this very, very lightly. I picked out the Too Faced Sun Bunny Caribbean in a compact bronzer, and I really like this. I picked this up from TK Maxx and it was like $5.99 and it is just gorgeous. Really is just absolutely stunning. So you have your lighter colour here and your more darker colour here. Personally, I would use the darker colour like at night in the evening. The lighter colour usually I just do for the day. Then I'm just going to be taking some on my jawline. I'm just going to go in with some blush. I'm using the Avon Cosmetics Ideal Luminous Blush in the shade of Peach. Like, it just fits so perfect, like on an apple of your cheek. And then makeup look is not complete without highlighter. And I'm just going to be taking this illuminator from French Connection. And it's also very creamy and it just looks so natural. So I'm just going to be dabbing that like this. So I don't know if you can see that, but basically your highlighter and your illuminator goes directly on top of your cheekbones just to really accentuate, you know, bring them out. Then I'll just take a slight bit underneath my eyebrows, down my nose like so. And then on the top of my Cupid's bow. So once that's done, I will literally just tap it in because that's all it needs. It doesn't need a brush, nothing. So what it's going to do is kind of give your face, like, again, just that bit more definition. Start with this. I'm just going to be using the Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighter, and there's a review of this on my blog if you want to see some more pictures. I'm just going to be picking up this colour. I've damped my brush, my e.l.f. setting spray, just to fix the pigment to the actual brush, and I'm just using the e.l.f. Professional Defining Eye Brush. I'm just going to put this on the inner corner of my eye and in the tear duct. This is really going to open up that eye, give you that fresh look. And what we're going to be doing is taking this on the inner third of our eye. See about how much that is brightening up that eye. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick up this blending brush which I got from Bloom, and it's absolutely insane. It is just literally so gorgeous. It blends perfectly. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pick up a bit of bronzer, and all I'm going to be doing is just putting this into as a transition colour, if you like. And this is going to really warm up your face, give your eye a bit more definition, which is what we're all about, and yeah, just look great. Your transition colour it's basically the colour between your brow bone colour and your like actual eyeshadow. It just helps like for a smoother transition, if you like. What I'm going to do to finish off this look is I'm just going to be using MUA Trio eyeshadow in the shade of Chocolate Box, and I'm just going to be picking up this colour here. Okay, highlighter, and then repeat this like for your other eye. The same colour, I'm just going to be putting this underneath our lash line. And again, blend, and you should have something that looks like this. So I've literally just done my eyeliner, and then I'm just going to be putting on some false eyelashes. If you want to see a video on how I do my eyeliner and my eyelashes, then please like this video and leave a comment. So I'm just going to go for pretty much a nude lip, so I'm just going to use the Maybelline Colour Sensation in 710 and mix that with a bit of Satin Bow from Collection 2000, and they basically just look like this. So this is the finished look. I really hoped that you liked this tutorial, guys. I just think that this is kind of like my go-to if I've had like a rubbish night's sleep or if I'm hungover. I'll see you in my next video. Let me know what you want to see next, and I shall see you soon. Bye.